What up, gang? It's your boy JBunny, and you're watching, not music on my mind, you're watching JBunny's anime review. This is the first installment of my anime review series, and I'm really excited because this is a huge episode. This is my review of One Piece. I started, if you guys know anything about One Piece, it is an ongoing anime that started in the 90s, I think later 90s, and it's about pirates. These pirates have, a lot of them have devil fruit powers, which are these fruits that if you eat them, you get a random power. And like for example, you can turn into fire, or you can turn into a bird, or you can turn into ice. And the exchange is that you lose your ability to swim. And the One Piece world is a world of pirates. Probably said that already. Anyways, this is a massive anime, and it has been going on for my entire life. I was born in 98, and, you know, it's 2024 now, about to be 2025. And, you know, basically this video is why you should watch it, and why you should not be intimidated by its run length, which is 1,122 episodes thus far. And it's going to probably be 100 or 200 more episodes, but it's really wrapping up if you think about, you know, because it's going to end like next year, I think. 2025. Either 2025, 2026. But if you think about that, it's been, you know, I'm 26 years old. If it's been running for that long, then, you know, it only has 2 more years. So anyways, in this first episode, I want to tell you guys, spoiler free, from my perspective, what I think about the series, what makes it unique, and why you should definitely watch this series. It is unlike any other anime out there. Guaranteed. And I have a lot of anime under my belt, which you guys will probably see as I continue these reviews. So, getting down to business. You know, in summary, it's a story about a kid named Luffy who wants to be the king of the pirates. And to do that, he needs a crew. So the entire story is him going island to island, finding crew members, which he often saves from their predicaments. And, you know, I'm not going to spoil anything, but I'm just going to say this. This series, you know, being about him going from island to island, finding crew members, this series is best enjoyed with others, in a community of people. You know, you can watch episodes on your own, but this anime is one that you want to talk to people about, because it's what makes it different from other animes is the world building is insane. It's off the chart throughout this massive journey of all these episodes. It gives Oda, the creator of One Piece, a chance to throw in all these puzzle pieces to the plot. So essentially the mystery of One Piece, the One Piece, is associated to Luffy becoming the king of pirates, which in order to do that, you have to find the One Piece. In order to find the One Piece, you have to get a pirate crew strong enough. You have to get basically the strongest pirate crew in the world together, and you have to sail to this island that is in the most dangerous place in the world. And so, and along the way, you know, Luffy's crew meets different islands and different people from around the world. And all of these people, you know, when you're first watching it, you might be thinking like, oh, this has nothing to do, like they're never going to see these people again. Oda freaking builds this entire world with a purpose. So like, you will have references and characters will play a role way down the line. You're gonna see characters, you know, that the crew meets in the first like 50 episodes, right? You're gonna see those characters play roles in the universe way down the line at like episode 1000. They're playing integral roles, and you have to know about those characters. And what I'm trying to say to you guys is this anime is different than other anime, even of the same run length, because of the element of mystery and world building. It is a massive, massive story that has so much lore, mystery, and depth to the world. There's so many characters that, and Oda keeps it a mystery. He really keeps it a juicy mystery. It ramps up to where the first 700 or so episodes are like establishing a crew and establishing the world, and then the last 500 episodes, you know, 500 or 600 episodes to where the anime's at right now, is just you're reaping the rewards, utterly reaping the rewards. It's such a big buildup that watching it with other people, you can appreciate, you know, what Oda's values are too, because, you know, as Luffy builds the crew and meets friends, that you should also be doing that. You should also be talking about One Piece and talking about One Piece to other people and talking about your theories of what. Okay, I'm gonna say this. I'm not gonna spoil it. I'm gonna say this. There are two sides in One Piece, two major sides: the world of the pirates and the world of the government. And the world government, the Navy, is trying to maintain order, right? And pirates are trying to do what pirates do. Which in the One Piece world, it's not necessarily as pillagey for every crew. Some of them are more about freedom and adventure. So basically the antagonist in the series is the world government. And as you go along, you realize that the world government, despite having, you know, the themes of justice, they are corrupt and they're hiding. They are hiding a big, you know, they're hiding a big secret. They're hiding the truth, and they will kill you. They will genocide you if they need to protect the status quo of order and society. Like, the high class has to be in the high class, the lower class has to be in the lower class, and in One Piece there's even animals and, like, you know, people that are considered subhuman, so they're slaves. There's slavery in One Piece. And so essentially pirates, while some of them are bad, they're more representing freedom and the freedom from oppression. So yeah, I mean, reasons why One Piece is different from other anime. The relationships that you bond, that you form with the characters are extremely, I want to say extremely, it's just extremely personable. Like, One Piece is a very, like, almost like Simpsons like show where there are overarching arcs that are like 100 episodes, right? And for the majority of that, it's like The Simpsons. And towards the end, then it gives you the reward. So it's a show that you can watch while doing other things until and you can even skip episodes. I mean, that's kind of how I watched it. I just Googled how to skip the fillers because, again, it's like The Simpsons. But what separates it from other anime is that you really get in your feels about the characters, about the crew, the Straw Hat crew. Everyone has their favorites, and I've seen Naruto, I've seen Dragon Ball Z, I've seen a lot of other, long animes, main animes, and One Piece is the king when it comes to character development, because those other shows, I do care about the characters, but One Piece, the crew have each other's backs like no other. They're willing to die for each other, and that's the thing I gotta say about One Piece is really the reason why it's best enjoyed with other people is because it's a show about the friendship and a crew and people pursuing their ambition and people pursuing freedom, and just the character development is just off the charts. And I gotta say, like, it like throughout the entire thing it's all about it's all about, I guess, character development, the bonds of like friendship and camaraderie, and it's just a beautiful, in that sense, it's a beautiful story because it's not just about the action and the payoff at the end of the arc. That's what I can tell you from someone who watched the entire thing until this point. It is a story that isn't about the cheap payoff. It's not about finding the One Piece. Like, it technically is. Everyone's, the story's always progressing towards that point. But it's not about that. People love One Piece because you fall in love with the characters. You see them at their highs, you see them at their lows. And there are so many characters. Like, Dragon Ball Z has, similar number of episodes, right? So many different, but they mostly stick to their, it's a One Piece sized crew that Dragon Ball Z sticks to. But the difference is that One Piece, all the characters that they meet throughout every arc remain relevant. They remain in their world and they remain important. And that's the thing, is it's not just about, shall we say, it is linear in that, Luffy's crew is always growing and they're always progressing towards One Piece, and there's challenges and there's different islands, and then sometimes it's the Navy, sometimes it's other pirates, sometimes it's just you know, it's honestly usually someone's in distress and the Straw Hats like try to save them, and they end up getting into a ring of corruption that they didn't expect, and they dig into it, and they uncover like a plot, and then they need to spend the next, you know, the rest of the arc defeating the main bad guy that's behind the corruption. And basically, as the story progresses, they continue to unravel the world government's corruption, because usually it is linked to the world government trying to cover shit up. But yeah, they all have their reasons for joining the Straw Hats, and the crew just gets into more and more shit to where their bounties, the amount of money the world government is willing to pay to have them killed or captured, gets bigger and bigger with every arc. So it is kind of rewarding after each arc to be like, huh, you know, they defeat the bad guy, and then you take a step back and they're like, damn, their bounty like doubled. They're in this certain power level. And this is not a spoiler, but obviously at the end they're going to have the highest bounty, and they're going to be the most powerful, because that's what they need to be in order to be the king of the pirates. But yeah, I'd say essentially that's the pace. It goes build the crew, go to a different island, help someone, and unravel the mystery that the world government is trying to keep secret. And by doing so, they're kind of building a map and a history of the story which the world government is trying to keep secret. Anyways, from a fan standpoint, this series slaps so fucking hard, because it has such a it's such a huge long investment, but it's not just about the plot payoffs. It's also about the characters, which are extremely lovable, easy to relate to, extremely diverse, a huge number of characters that are so zany and so out there. And guys, let me just say, if you can make it, you can watch it how I did, and skip the fillers, you know. But if you can, watch it with other people, because the payoffs when you make it to about episode 1000 and Luffy gets to a certain point, is what I'm gonna say. He gets to a certain point where he fights a character that looks like a dragon. That's all I'm gonna say. Around episode 1000, they hit the gas on this series. They fucking hit the gas. It's not the animation. You know, it's because you have to understand the series started out in the 90s, okay? So the first 500 episodes are going to be 90s animation. But the story is still there. The story is still there. And with every island, you know, it may seem like a long journey you have ahead of you, but that's kind of the beauty of it. Honestly, it's this long journey that you can appreciate with friends, and it just gets better and better and better and better and better. And each episode is important. I'm telling you, each arc is important, and it adds. Oda constantly, watch other reviews on this anime. There might be spoilers, I'm warning you, but Oda is he's masterful. Much like the story, the storytelling and the world building and the characters they trump every anime. Any anime, this is how I feel. They trump every single other anime. No question. No fucking question. I mean, Dragon Ball Z, I'll give it to you guys. You guys have the coolest and most iconic, like, fights and kind of character design, I'll say. Naruto, you guys have the coolest, like, powers and themes, I guess, like battle themes and like abilities. Attack on Titan, you guys have the darkest, most grim dark world I've ever seen. One Piece, you guys, man, you guys have the most friendship ever. And the story makes you want to laugh. And the payoffs make you want to cry. And that's where the beauty is. It's not just about ass kicking and badassery, and there is darkness, but there's also so much. It makes you want to smile. It's a great time. It's funny. And I'm really glazing One Piece here, but guys, as someone who started it when I was in high school, took a break for like maybe 5 years, restarted it with friends watching, my roommates watching along with me. It's so fun to talk about it because it's really a mystery. I mean, I'll tell you this, on episode 1122, where everyone is right now, there are so many juicy mysteries. And let me also tell you this. Here's why you should watch. Because there are going to be spoilers, guys. This is an anime that has been building up to its conclusion, to its reveal, for my entire life. And if you were born in the late 90s, your entire life as well. So just think about that. Just think about, and it's going to be ending within 1 or 2 years, okay? So if you can watch it now, if you can catch up, you can become a part of this huge, basically global wave of people that, are talking about it and are trying their best. Literally, there's people that have entire YouTube channels dedicated to uncovering the secrets about what the reveals are going to be, because the reveals are massive, probably the biggest reveals ever in any anime ever. And you can be a part of that. And if you don't try it out, at least, if you don't try it out, you're going to miss a 27-year-long train. So there's still time. Watch it with friends. Anime is not one to be watched alone. It's not a selfish anime. It's an anime about friendship. And honestly, guys, it's gonna make you smile. It's gonna be a great time, and it gets stupid. Like, the animation, the sound, the characters, the powers, namely the animation, it gets stupid. It gets off the charts, like in the final 200. It gets off the charts, like cutting edge, better animation than you've ever seen in anything else ever. Seriously, I've watched a lot of anime, and it really, like, imagine this 26-year-long buildup of success after success after success, to where the money is so good, to where it's so successful that the animation has become cutting edge. It is, I mean, think about all the hype. It's worth the hype. And yeah, guys, I'm running out of time. I'm going to try to keep this to about a 27-minute video. So anyways, thanks for sticking around. I don't I cry sometimes in some animes. This one, it's pretty few and far between, but there are moments that will be tearjerkers. The character design is super iconic. It is almost as iconic as Naruto and Dragon Ball Z. Not quite, but it's more iconic, I would say, than Bleach or even Attack on Titan. I'm sorry, but I mean, the way Oda draws girls, the way Oda draws animals, you'll see what I mean, guys. I mean, it's a blast. It's a blast. He's very funny, and in summary, it is one of the most involved, hyped, well funded, well done, longest running for a reason animes out there, and it just takes the cake in certain departments, and it's a fantastic anime that isn't just about the cheap, certain animes that wrap up in 20 episodes, 30 episodes. I love those too. I really love those too. This one is definitively the anime of all animes. Period. That's my thoughts on One Piece. It is lovely. And yeah, I mean, it's just imagine like imagine like kind of like, I don't know, I want to say like kind of like Avatar the Last Airbender, where they're going from place to place, but it's like, imagine that but scaled up by like 1,000. So the length of episodes 1,000, the amount of cities they go to, scale that up by 1,000, scale the amount of people they meet up, and the size of the crew, and the powers, and the and what's at stake. Guys, like the level of mystery. Oh, here's another thing that low-key you need to do. When you watch One Piece, things are going to fly over your head, because Oda's so good at putting these little things and hints that you're like, what? Like, I wonder what that means. Watch theory videos as you go along. Don't spoil it for yourself and watch a theory video on like the last episode when you're just starting. But as you're going along, watch theory videos, comment, make your own theories, and debate them with your friends, because guys, there's a big ass mystery. It's a big, mind blowing mystery. You're like, what the fuck? Like, what could it be? Like, what the fuck? Like, and I've literally, there's YouTube channels that become successful with like 1 million subscribers for a reason, and they just talk about One Piece. There's got to be a good reason, and it's because there's such a big community, and we're all so excited about what the secret is. A 27-year-long secret, guys, is going to be revealed next year, and it's like the secret of a lifetime, basically. Or the secret of a lifetime to someone my age. I mean, think about it. It's got to be good. Give it a try. Watch the theory videos. Talk about it with your friends and theorize, what's gonna happen, because this shit is bigger than certain other reveals in other anime, where if that felt big, imagine the ramp up. Imagine 200 arcs, or imagine 200 episodes, 200 episodes, 200 episodes, 200 episodes, 200 episodes, 200 episodes, and then one final 200 episode arc after that. That's this insane world that you become a part of and you fall in love with, and you can take your time, but it is worth it. do it. I recommend doing it before the last arc comes out, because once that happens, and if you do get the ending, well, then I don't know if you're gonna quite want to watch it. But coming from someone who is caught up, and in this unique time where the ending has yet to be released, it is worth it. My name's JBunny. You're watching the anime review, and One Piece is something you should definitely watch. Comment, like, subscribe, suggest an anime that I should review. I've watched a surprising amount of anime. Right now I'm watching Dan. I used to be watching Chainsaw Man, but then I stopped. Should probably start that again. Jujutsu Kaisen's also awesome. I should definitely talk about that. But shoot, I gotta go. It's getting cold. And I'm in my garage.